everyone, Zero in the house, and welcome back to another video. We're Division Final Fantasy Breakback's new content overview, where we have a look at what's new every Wednesday. Today, it's all about Final Fantasy X, an extra vision card, MA2s for a lot of characters, and also some new content, which is worth checking out. All of this will most likely keep you busy this week, so why don't we start with the summons and see what's new this week. First thing we are presented with is this free banner, which is pretty nice. I do like a couple of things in here and I dislike a couple of other things, so even if this banner is free, I think that it's worth checking out the drop rates and see what's all about. So you are guaranteed 10 shards from either Tidus, Auron, or Yuna, and on the 10th slot, but you also get a random chance to get either Auron, Yuna, or don't think you can get Tidus here. It would be pretty weird if you could. Yes, he's not here, so happy to not see him here. So that doesn't water down the pool further. So in this free banner, you do get a chance to pull for either Yuna or Tidus, and you do get 10 chances of a free pull. So best of luck for everyone here. Even if you're chasing Auron or Yuna, I recommend going all the way here before you try your luck into the paid banners, which we're gonna have a look further down. Now, we have this guy over here. We got Valefor, a new addition to the Final Fantasy X collaboration. And what does this vision card bring onto the table? Let's have a look. So once you max this card, your party will get light unit magic attack resistance pierce rate up by 35, light unit magic attack up by 18, and light unit dark eater up by 25. Now, if you give this card to a specific light unit, they will get magic up by 30%, area attack resistance up by 10, and max HP up by 10%. Yes, it is for light and not specific for Yuna, which is pretty good. This card does come with the Esper when you pull it, and this is how I spec the Esper. I feel that this card is specifically tailored for Yuna as a damage dealer. Look at the amount of light attack, look at the amount of Dark Eater, and things like that. I decided not to spec into Dark Eater because you might want to deal more damage to other compositions such as water and lightning. So why not use those very important limited points onto other aspects of the Esper. Further than that, I think that everyone should consider this card, whether you have Yuna or not. I think that this is also another best in slot for Starlight ELENA. You'll be able to do so much damage with this guy, and on top of that, look at the amount of luck and dexterity and also accuracy and evasion that this card comes with. I think there is a case scenario to give this Esper also to Starlight ELENA and not only to Yuna. Further down, we do have a guaranteed 5-step for the vision card. That's nice to see, and also a guaranteed paid 2K banner for what we've mentioned just now. Now, what we have here is a standard banner for Yuna and Auron. I think that Yuna is still worth it, and I think that Auron is also a dark horse. We'll see at their MA2s a bit later, and you'll be surprised how good they actually are. Even better now. They'll even become more relevant than they've been, especially Yuna. Nonetheless, you do get your standard chance of getting these guys through these two banners. You get the chance also to get Sticky Dane again. If you have it and you need to max it, this is the perfect time to do it. It's a really good water card, and you can finish a place unknown. I believe that most people didn't even bother building it because it's an MR. We also do have 9-step for Yuna and Auron, and a couple of paid banners, which, you know, I'd rather save my paid banners for something else. Now, cheeky over here, they threw a random Bahamut banner in case you didn't feel like you had enough visor to spend today and this week. So what better way to drain your visor than a non-guaranteed vision card banner? And I wanted to tie that up with these drop rates, and this is what I was unhappy about, is that this banner does not include any cost 90 vision card, and that pisses me off. They should be part of the standard pool like anything else, and just because you have a featured Bahamut banner doesn't mean that you shouldn't get at least a chance to get these vision cards, even if they're a half rate. Anyway, let's move away from this page. Let's go to the shop. As I had predicted, we do have a couple of new special shop editions. We do have Pack H, but unfortunately we have to type F in the chat for Pack F. I think that pack is gone forever. We will never see it again. It was such good value that I don't think we are blessed and valued enough as clients and service users to use that pack again. So shame on that. All we have presented is really expensive packs, and yeah, that makes me question. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I even feel like spending this much anymore. Like, there's nothing to offer or even guarantee spending that much. But that's just my 2 cents. Obviously, your mileage may vary. Again, we don't have a guaranteed 10 pool ticket this time for a rerun banner, so I think that's massive BS. And we also have another shop here where they sort of try to redeem themselves, where you can get a Blossom of Paradise and a Rainbow Vision Sphere for Gil. But other than that, nothing else that I would really want to get immediately. Now, further down, we do have a collaboration reissue shop. And like I said before, we do not have a guaranteed, not even a guaranteed, sorry. We do not have a 10-time pool ticket for paid viz. So that's major BS. However, you do get the chance to build your units and vision card from here. And what I like the most out of everything is this 10 vision shop pack, because there are some things that are really good value. In particular, this rainbow training pack for only 100 viz, which is just under $2 US, and this UR-EX job pack. Those Blossom of Paradise, 3 of them for 10 gil, is really good value, so definitely consider that. Okay, I think we can move away from the screen because we don't really want to have a look at the Bahamut rerun. We will go on to the actually mock shop. There's a couple of things we want to have a look there. So in the mock shop, important to note, we do not have a PD for Valefor. We can only get shards for the vision card, so do keep that in account. In regards of the Final Fantasy reissue, we do have a PD for Yuna and Auron, and also Sticky Dane. Actually, no, we do not have a PD for Sticky Dane. Was blindsided there, but you can finish up the vision card through the reissue summon medals. Now, I think it's important to note that there is a difference between unit summon medals A, unit summon medals B, and reissue vision card summon medals. They all look the same, but they are different, so don't get blindsided. It happened to me once, and now I've learned to read the fine print, so screw these guys, man. Like, they couldn't even change the colors for those medals like they did here. You know, why couldn't they do that? Like, it doesn't take much to just change the hue a little bit, so I call this freaking scam tactics. It's bullshit. Anyway, that's enough of me raging. Yeah, so nothing out of the ordinary here. We have 4 different medals for a reissue event, and we have a guaranteed way for you to get that Bahamut in case you're missing him. From here, we can go on to the far plane. We will definitely notice Final Fantasy X rerun, so if you've done this the first time, everything will already be completed for you. Same goes for the EX quests that go for the weapons. But what really caught my eye is this Path of the Conqueror quest. I think that finally we have what could be considered challenging PvE content, let's say. They definitely market it that way, and I still need to try it, as you guys can see. So I am definitely keen to see whether someone with a, let's say, very well built account will have any issues going through this content. The wording definitely sounds pretty OP, but we'll see. Anyway, from here, let's move on to story, and we do have finally a way of getting some extra visual. 10 in fact, plus the mission that you can complete by finishing these missions. by finishing the story. And the reason why I wanted to go here is because I do want to talk about the heart quest. It is important for you to know that this week we have double unit heart quest drops, so you'll be able to get a total of 20 shards, 4 per unit. So if you have those cost 100 or harder to build units that are not featured anymore, definitely this is the best way to rearrange your 5 unit or even 10 unit bookmarks and get those shards as soon as possible. And I think that is all. Obviously, we do have some drops, so we'll claim that. If you've never had Tidus, this will be the first time you having him. And yes, also a place unknown, the free vision card that was issued last time. I forgot to mention the MA2s. So we'll move away from the game and we'll drop some screenshots. So we will start with the first unit that has their MA2, and that is Tidus. Tidus in his MA2 will get increased HP 10 for Water Alley, increased Water Attack 15 for Water Alley, increased Defense Penetration 20 for Self, and these are the additional things. So now he will get increased Slash Attack Resistance Penetration by 30, very good. Increased Slash Resistance by 10% for Self, so that will making a bit more resistance. In addition, also a bit of more missile resistance. I didn't feel he was that squishy, to be honest. I don't see why they were compelled to give him a bit of slash and missile resistance. But as a front-facing unit, I am definitely not complaining about this choice. That should make him a bit more resistant and harder to take down, even if just by a fraction. Keep it account that now we have so much slash resistant penetration and missile penetration, especially when we talk about Frederica. That will be his main nemesis. Now, Yuna does get more offensive stuff in her MA2. So let's reiterate what she gets this time. So she does get increased HP by 10% for allies, increased light attack by 30% this time around, so definitely more offensive there. Increased AoE resistance by 10, and now her non-offensive and offensive skills that have a cast time will be reduced by 200 ticks. So pretty good overall. That'll make her faster in casting full life, faster in casting her version of Holy and things like that. So definitely a much more deadlier unit if you ask me. And yeah, she's definitely a cost 90 unit in disguise now. I don't think anyone can argue with that. Auron. This guy gets an upgrade skill to his limit burst, so on top of what he had before, now he gets damage mitigation, all damage mitigation by 30. Then he gets HP up by 10% for Ice Ally, Ice Attack 15 for Ice Allies again, and then he gets Spirit 10% for himself and increase slash attack resistance penetration by 30. So that means that if the unit has 30% slash penetration, he will penetrate 30% of that, if I'm not wrong. Let's go to Schuzelt. I don't think anyone uses this knockoff version of Cloud unless they're missing Cloud. So what does this guy get in his MA2? So he gets HP by 10% for Lightning Ally, increased Disable Resistance by 25% for Lightning Ally, really good actually, especially with calculators going around. That's actually a pretty OP buff. Then he gets Attack up by 30%, Dexterity up by 15%, Critical Hit Rate by 35 for Self, and also increased chance to apply Stop by 15 for Undefined Clock Ticks for Self. So does that mean that one of his attacks will get a higher chance of inflicting stop by 15? That's what it sounds like. Overall, pretty good as a spare unit. I do like that disable resistance for the whole team. That's actually pretty OP. So Dorando, what does Dorando get? So he gets an upgrade to one of his skills, and then he gets HP up by 10 for Earth Ally, increased Berserk resistance by 25% for all Earth allies, so another pretty good upgrade. Increased HP by 45%, and nothing to scoff at. Increased critical rate by 15 and defense penetration by 20. Yeah, more attack oriented and also a bit tankier. His problem though is his speed, so they didn't address that, which is a big bummer, so still low tier unit for me. And finally, Vistralle. Vistralle is definitely one of the better MR units. He can dodge, which is really important, and he has some really good utilities. So what does he get this time? Now, he'll get HP up by 10% for light ally, immobilize resistance by 25% for light ally, which is meh, increased magic resistance by 15% for self, increased evasion rate by 25, that is actually super good, he becomes even more evasive, and increased defense penetration by 20. So let's say the first thing that comes to mind is a discount lock. However, this guy's TMR is really good, so might as well go at least to level 99 and try him out, see if you like it. If you like him, get him to level 120 and he won't disappoint, especially in light quest, in a selection light quest. Anyway, that is all I want to talk about. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. You guys take care and have a good one. Enjoy the content, and if you don't, well, sucks to be you. Bye for now.